This is the setup where I have the pot bypassed. Solder broke, so I just had to bypass the pot out like getting new one. Doesn't look neat. I moved up to the big batteries on this one. I'm running on 24 volts and charging to 12 volts. This is the voltage in this battery here. I've left the caps off. I'm hoping to be able to show some boiling. And I'll just switch this on. Oh yeah, the voltage there is 11.75 at the moment. It's the resting voltage. Let me get a zoom on this. And on it goes. Yeah. It's only running about 1.5 amps. And there's the charge going into the charge batteries. And this is just some old batteries I got out of a drill. Hoping to use that on my 3 battery setup as the dead battery. You can see the voltage still rising. I'll come back to that now in just a minute. And the battery is still climbing in voltage. It's very quiet. The fridge behind me is louder than what's coming out of this. Don't know if you can hear the sounds there. I got a few of these as well. It's around my way with it. See that? Oh, right there. It's a battery pack. Yeah, they came with the helicopters. Okay, up to 13.7 volts, so you can see it charges very quickly. And I'm going to let this run for another while and come back to it. It's about 7 minutes now since I started it, and the voltage has just gone up to 13.89 now. I can hear the batteries bubbling, but I've not been able to see anything yet inside. I'll light that up and get a better picture when it starts bubbling some more, and hopefully the fridge will have shut off by then and you might be able to hear it too. Okay, the charge battery is just taking a dive down to 13.66 all of a sudden. It happened from what, 13.89 straight down to 13.65 for no reason that I can see. Draw has dropped down as well. It's just over 1 amp at the moment, so that's probably why we're seeing the drop in the voltage going in. Yeah, as the voltage goes out of these, the power going into the charging batteries goes down. And if somebody's wondering here, this is not actually the positive, this is the negative, and that there is the positive. Yeah, there we go. So that's positive and negative. I just wired these up to the wrong ones yesterday and just left them be for the time being. Okay, we're holding at 13.65 at the moment. I'll come back to this in a while. The amp draw has now dropped down under the 1 amp mark, and there's the voltage in the battery now, and this has dropped because the primaries are both dropping in power. This first one was in a bad condition when I got it, and it's been through a single relay charger a number of times. It dropped very quickly in voltage, and it makes a great recovery when it's finished. So I'm going to check the power on this and switch this off. And this is the voltage on the first primary here. It's gone right down to 4.96, which is why I'm not seeing any bubbling from the batteries. I can hear them slightly, but nothing like it was when it was running at 1.5 amps. I'm going to throw this onto a 24 volts power supply and I'll let these run for another while. You can see the battery recovering now that I've switched it off. I expect that to go up to about 12 volts again. Okay, so it turns out that my 24 volt power supply is AC and not DC. So I've put a bridge rectifier to swap it to DC. It was showing up at 21.9 volts, and when I turn it on, nothing. No, nothing at all. Well, time to find another power supply.